Am I the butthole for not giving my aunt my necklace? I, female, 20, got given a necklace by my great-grandmother years ago when I was about 10 because she just didn't want it anymore. It's a really pretty pendant I wear all the time in the shape of a flower. I'm quite attached to it and I rarely ever take it off. At family gatherings recently, my country has no plague, my aunt's been making comments about how much she likes and thinks it's gorgeous. It's culminated in 2 events. Her and my cousin, female, 8, were chatting with me and my aunt started mentioning how it suits her coloring better than mine. My cousin was nodding, but she's young, so I doubt she had much of a stance as to whether my mom or I had the necklace, and ended with my aunt saying that the necklace should go with her. I was like, no? And said I liked the necklace, I'd like to keep a hold of it. She then proceeded to lose it at me, and said that I don't treat it with the respect it deserves. It has lots of stones in it that I don't know the names of, and I think when my great-grand bought it she spent a bit on it. If I had to guess I would say my aunt wants it to sell. My aunt proceeded to leave quickly after the incident, of her own accord, and my mom said afterwards I should just hand it over to maintain the peace. This happened a couple of weeks ago, and she hasn't come to see our family or her parents since, which is hurting them a bit. I'm standing my ground and I'm not planning on handing it over, because honestly it's my necklace, and I was given it, not her. So am I the butthole for not giving my aunt my necklace? Not the butthole. Great-grandmother gave it to you, not to her. That means it is yours and you can do as you please. Your mom's argument is invalid, by the way. If your aunt wanted her house, for example, would she willingly move out and hand her the keys to maintain the peace? Doubt. That's not maintaining the peace, that's deferring the drama for a later point. User ShakespeareBot/A. Reddit link. Not ShakespeareBot but. Thou not be maintaining tranquility, thou be effing up the family. Lol lol. You are better than ShakespeareBot. Wow, I think I needed to hear this, thanks. Read the Rock the Boat essay, it's really powerful. Web link. And quite frankly some people are not worth maintaining the peace with. Let there be war. Not the butthole. It's enabling entitlement. Don't reward behavior you don't want more of. Neville Chamberlain wants his strategy back. This comment is massively underrated for both its historical accuracy and contextual relevance. Well played. Historical accuracy? Arguable. Many historians argue that Chamberlain was buying the time necessary for Britain to build up defense, not just letting Germany take a chunk of Europe and figuring that would be that. Granted, it wasn't sold that way, but how could it have been? Peace for our time sounds better than postponing a brutal war we'll soon be plunged into in order to build our capacity to fight it. Is the necklace Czechoslovakia? Nice. Honestly, I hate this maintaining the peace bullcrap mentality. They can all shove it. Took me my father's illness and death to realize I really don't give two fuck about family that only show up when they need/want something. Came here to say this. Why is it that everyone else is expected to keep the peace over the person who is disrupting IT? This drives me insane when they reward the true butthole for their crafty behavior. Whatever you do. Web link. I was looking for this comment and link. I hate that line of thought, just give them what they want to keep the peace. Not the butthole. Original poster. Stand your ground, point out WHO is disturbing the peace to begin with. You've had it for 10 years. It's rightfully yours, and aunt is a selfish butt for demanding it and making family drama by blowing your family off. Who cares whose coloring it suits better? Great-grand gave it to you, not aunt. She can go buy or have made something similar. It always seems that the same person who says to keep the peace is always the same person to assert boundaries when you try to take something from them. Their statement is that you are entitled and selfish. It's funny how that works. Yes. Every time I see "but you need to do X to maintain the peace," I hear it as "but your feelings don't matter. Only the agitating other person matters, apparently." Big nope to that. It's what other people say when they want you to be a doormat. The only time keeping the peace should be considered is when you're dependent on the butthole party, like a minor child within butthole parent or an employee within butthole boss. And even then, solely for self-preservation if you've no other options, not for the people around you to not have to hear the butthole's rants. Piggybacking top comment. Original poster, always wear it or hide it. It's possible your mom will take the necklace and give it to your aunt to maintain the peace. If she then sells it, it'll be almost impossible to get it back. I really don't understand people thinking it's okay to ask other people to give them personal belongings, let alone feel entitled to them. Last time asked for something was when my parents were going to take the old couch to the dump to throw away. I asked if instead I could have it but would still have accepted a no if they weren't comfortable giving it to me. Agreed. I was searching for this comment. Please make sure you've hidden tashed the necklace where your mom/family can't find and take it while you're doing something else. The fact that mom wants her to hand it over makes me think original poster should have it locked up or hidden somewhere. Not the butthole, and I would stash that necklace in a safety deposit box for a while if I were you. Also, how entitled does someone have to be to see someone actively wearing a piece of jewelry and demand they take it off and hand it over? Not the butthole, that's really entitled of her. She's not teaching her daughter good interpersonal relationships, either. That being said, make sure that necklace stays hidden/locked up so your mom or anyone else can't just take it. Original poster replies. Good call, I currently keep it on my bedside table, but I'll get a box for it. Make sure you hide the key well, like placing it in a book or wallet. Them getting a hold of the key is just as bad as them getting a hold of the necklace. Not the butthole. My step-siblings stole my entire lockbox. I lost $2,000 in jewelry and savings bonds I'd been keeping. One was $500, the other was a $100 bond. They'd have matured next year too. Sorry, but I need to know, what happened after they got caught? I'm so mad for you. Oh, I came unglued and screamed at all three of them and demanded my crap back and started searching through their stuff for it and ignored my mom and their dad telling me to leave them alone. My sister helped after watching me open every jewelry box I had. I cried for months over those pieces. I had plans to enjoy those prices and pass them down to future children when I was older. I took all the empty boxes downstairs, told my stepdad his daughters were thieves in front of my mom, and dumped all the empty Avon boxes on the couch in between them. Cue a 2-hour family screaming match where they denied it and my mom started searching. She pulled every piece or jewelry they had in that room and brought it to me. My sister recovered several pieces that were hers, and I found my pink pearl necklace and a set of earrings matching another necklace set they stole. My mom tossed everything else me and my sister didn't claim since they deprived me of mine and then went to town on their room. She took every toy and electronic out of that room for 3 months, and my stepdad installed a padlock on my bedroom door the next day. All three of them spent 3 months sitting in an empty room together and were only allowed downstairs to use the bathroom and eat meals. No toys, electronics, or sitting downstairs watching TV, and no phone calls or guests allowed. They also missed out on going to Six Flags and Holiday World for our summer vacation that year. My sister and I visited both twice. Those 3 girls to this day aren't allowed to step foot in my house. They host family get-togethers that I attend sporadically or when my mom demands that I show up. I know it's a small thing, but after hearing a lot of stories on here, I'm just glad your mother backed you up. I feel like this is a good place to mention that any kind of home safe is trivial to open. Even really expensive ones. Home safes are best for protecting important documents from fire. Keep money and valuables in the bank. Hell, at 12 to 14 I destroyed 3 entire lockboxes with half a pair of scissors to get back my video game controllers. If someone is determined enough, it is very easy to break into them or outright break them. A box in a bank probably. If they steal the necklace with the box, it's as good as stealing it without the box. Can you trust your mom? Will she steal from you to keep peace with her sister? Actually, don't try to find out. Remove the temptation to a safe place. Yes, original poster, please take a look at this. Wear it always or it's likely to disappear. Mom, I found it in your box on the dresser and gave it to Aunt so she would come visit our parents / to make her happy / to stop her complaining. Get a fire safe. And get an appraised by a jeweler and insured. Chances are it's costume jewelry. Take it in to get it appraised. Dollars to donuts, it's colored glass. I say this after having appraised a fair bit of my grandmother's jewelry. The bulk of it wasn't worth getting appraised. It either had cheap stones in it, or had colored, polished glass. I was doing it because I live in an apartment and wanted to make sure I was appropriately covered. The sentimental value of the colored glass is enormous. Not the butthole, times a billion. It is your necklace passed on to you as a gift from your gran, and it is yours to keep. And don't let any entitled aunt or her little kid demand it off you, or let your mom guilt trip you into parting with it just to keep your sulky aunt happy. Not the butthole. Tell your family that you would never disrespect your gran by giving away a gift she had given you. Not the butthole. Your gran gave the necklace to you 10 years ago. Your aunt is out of her mind and you should not, under any circumstances, give it to her. If she brings it up again, tell her gran gave it to you so she clearly wanted you to have it, and that's the end of it. Then just walk away if she ever brings it up again. What a Looney Tune. Also, if you've had it and been wearing it 10 years, you should probably have a jeweler look at it. Stones probably need to have the settings redone, so they don't fall out. Jewelry has to be maintained. Original poster replies. Yeah, I probably should. My friend's earrings recently had the stones fall out, which scared me a bit, so a good wake-up call. Thank you. If you suspect it's valuable, make sure you have an eye on it the entire time you're at the jeweler's. Not all of them are honest, and if they know you can't tell the difference, there's a chance of not walking out with the same stones you walked in with. This is very true. We have a pearl necklace in our family that, when bought, has real pearls. Great-grandpa bought great-grandma a real pearl necklace. They had to take it to a jeweler because the string snapped and it apparently got restrung it with very convincing plaster pearls. It wasn't discovered until years later when we couldn't do anything about it. A good idea might be to have it appraised before going to the jeweler and take pictures. When I had to get a ring fixed, the jeweler quoted a value for the ring and asked if I agreed. It was way more than I expected, knowing I only paid $200 years ago. We both signed and got copies. That way, if anything happened to the ring, I would be paid that amount. If you go into it having independent knowledge of the value, you know what to put on that paper. Find a local jeweler, someone who does repairs on site, in shop. I'm in the industry and know folks across the US. If you need help finding someone reputable, please feel free to DM me. A jeweler can also help you ID the stones, and help you figure out the value as well, if that's something you wanted to do. You're not the butthole, but keep that somewhere safe, like a bolted down lockbox or safe when you're not wearing it. It sounds like the piece might be valuable and that your aunt isn't going to stop trying to get it. You could even get emotional back. It likely won't stop your aunt entirely, but might stop your mother. Go into a spiel about how much the necklace means to you, how you remember your great-grandmother giving it to you and how special it's always been, etc. Then segue into something else. Basic idea is take over the conversation, make it clear you're not budging and that her arguments are offensive, without saying so, and change the subject on her. It can make it a lot harder for her to browbeat you. Not the butthole. You don't resolve a situation like that by giving in, as it shows your aunt she can get her way by making a fuss. The necklace was a gift to you, and you do respect it for more than its monetary value. If your aunt chooses this to draw a line in the sand over, that's her issue and not yours. She isn't saying why it's better off with her, nothing like I was close to, great-grandmother, and you've got more of a sentimental claim. You don't have to respect somebody who tries to steal from you. You didn't say much about your mother, but I can assume she either enables your aunt or is just as bad as she is. Not the butthole. Sorry, your family sucks. Original poster replies. Thanks, my family's okay, they're just afraid of conflict sometimes. Being afraid of conflict is how others enable inappropriate behavior in others. It doesn't automatically make a person TA, but it does make them an enabler. Sorry I said your family sucks though, you can only infer so much from these posts. Original poster replies. Oh no, don't worry. 1,000 characters leaves a bit of room for interpretation, no harm done. Not the butthole. Don't give in cause she might use that 8-year-old to get it off you. It has happened to me and it still pisses me off. Original poster replies. Ah, fair point, I've already lent the necklace to her once, but I won't again. Good call. Do not give her your necklace. Shut her down when she starts on about it, walk away. Not the butthole. Seriously? Give away your property, so we don't have to deal with your aunt being upset? In the words of our original poster, you get 0 out of 5 buttholes. Your aunt gets 2 out of 5 buttholes and your parents get 1 out of 5. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.